Now that you've purchased the You Shall Not Pass pattern, or maybe you're just waiting to purchase and you want to see how intense the actual tutorial is before you make your purchase, let me go through the steps one by one and show you how it's done. I am breaking the pattern up into 3 separate videos so that you can see the specific section you want without all the fast forwarding, scrubbing, scrolling, whatever you call it, through each video. These will be a detailed video tutorial on the step-by-step instructions, but does not include the base pattern instructions. Hop on over to the One Book Cover to Rule Them All video for the rest. But don't worry, I will make sure you know where and when to start and stop for each one of these steps. Now, let's start with the most requested options. How to make it reversible and adding a ribbon bookmark. For the ribbon bookmark, note that it's going to take place after step 4 in constructing your cover. First, find the placement of your bookmark on the lining side of your fabric. Following the pattern when using the preset measurement, on the top edge you will either mark it 10 inches or 11 inches from the fold end. If you are using a custom fit cover, first mark your fold line, then add 7 inches to the mark for the placement of your ribbon. Place your ribbon in place, then use a basting stitch to hold it. To add the optional charm or pendant, thread the ribbon onto the charm. Fold the end of the ribbon up a 1/2 inch and sew or knot the end of the ribbon to secure the charm. To prevent fraying of the ribbon, you can use a lighter to melt the ends of any synthetic materials. Just be careful not to burn yourself like I did. And because of that, fray check is another way to help prevent frayed ends. Straighten your ribbon, then roll it up to the middle of the lining. Pin the ribbon down so it doesn't get caught in the seams for the remaining construction. Now you can continue with step 5 of the base pattern. To make your cover reversible, this is going to take place during step 16 of constructing your book cover. As you are completing the top stitching step, you do not want to sew through the strap. Lift the strap up to sew under, then stop sewing. Lift the foot pedal and move the fabric to the opposite side of the strap. Continue around and repeat for the other end of the strap. If you've added the bookmark, make sure to move the ribbon out of the way so that it is not top stitched down. Now you can continue with steps 17 and 18. Before we continue, I want to show you the ladder stitch in case you've never hand sewn it before. Imagine you have a ladder in front of you and you want to add the rungs. Start at the bottom, cross over to connect the first rung. Then take a step up and cross back over to the starting side. You'll keep repeating this pattern until you get to the end. When you are done, one side should look like the rungs of a ladder. When you pull the strings, it will pull the 2 sides together, tucking the middle between. All that is left is to make a knot and tie off the thread. Fun fact, I learned this working at Build-A-Bear Workshop. The ladder stitch step will replace the final step, number 19. Start at the fold pressed into your fabric, tucking the knot end in between the main and the lining fabric. Place your ladder stitches at the top edge of the outer fabric. Work your way back and forth until you get to the end. When you get to the end, tug the threads tight and knot off the end of the thread. Then bury the threads into the ladder stitches before cutting off your needle. Turn the fold so the outer fabric is now inside. Repeat the ladder stitch process for this side of the fabric. Then you're going to repeat the process 2 more times for the other side of the fold. And guess what? It's reversible! Both of these options are super easy to do. And I want to shout out to Ella2902. Without her indecision on which fabric to have on the outside, I may never have thought of the idea myself to make it reversible. So if you ever think of something that you want to try that's a little different from the pattern, give it a go. You never know, and it could be inspiring to other people. Be sure to grab your copy of these patterns from the Literary Sewing Shop. All products are tagged in the video as well as linked in the video description below. In the meantime, keep on sewing. I'll see you next time when I show you how to add 2 different types of pockets to your book covers. Happy sewing!